Hello everybody, and welcome to another Journal With Me video and another Callie the Calico cameo. I swear she has let her popularity go to her head. This cat never leaves my desk anymore, so I am not even going to apologize for that because I love having her here in my office with me to keep me company. But today's video is going to be the last video of the challenge that I am doing in the month of April, which is basically just using supplies from my stationery bento box. And I create 2 layouts that should cover me through the end of April. So this will be the last video for this particular challenge. And I have to say, I did enjoy it. It was a challenge because I found myself wanting to pull from other places and was actually really good and didn't. I only pulled from this box, and luckily I had quite a bit of opportunity and I had plenty to choose from, so I wasn't lacking in supplies, but I just wanted to pull in more stamps and washi tapes and stickers and stuff. But I stayed true, and I think that's gonna be good for the month of April, so I'm super excited. If you have followed along in the challenge, let me know down below. I would love to see what you thought of the challenge. I know that not everybody has had the opportunity to get a stationery bento box. But if you challenged yourself in another way to use supplies in your stash in a limited way, let me know. I would just love to know. And if challenges work for you. I know this year I have been challenging myself in a lot of different ways in my journaling style and the supplies that I'm using, and I have really enjoyed the process thus far. And that being said, I am planning to do a challenge for the month of May. I'm torn between only using supplies that I have gotten from pen pals. I've got a box that I put all of those things into. So I'm torn between that. I feel like I want to use my stamps a lot more. I have a lot of stamps, and I feel like I definitely don't use them as often as I want to. So if I challenge myself to use more stamps, I feel like that would be a lot of fun too. But I'm also kind of torn between doing a challenge in using supplies from my junk drawer and just my I feel like my junk drawer is just a hot mess right now, and I think I could get a lot of things done if I use that, but it would just, I don't feel like it would be as cohesive. So maybe I'll just combine all of those things. I will limit my supplies to stamps and things that I've gotten in the mail from pen pals. If you have any ideas, if you would like to see me do a particular challenge, let me know. I am going to issue a challenge for people that have purchased my traveler's notebooks. I am going to issue a challenge for you to stop hoarding them and actually use them. And I want to see pictures on Instagram. If you have purchased one of my traveler's notebooks, I want to challenge you to use it, and I would love to see pictures. I would love to see how other people are using these notebooks compared to how I have used mine in the past. In November, I used one of my inserts and I loved it, and I'm pretty sure I shared a video about it, a flip through after the end of the month, and I really loved it. I loved not having to worry about decorating for the entire month, but yeah, that's my challenge. I'm issuing it to you. If you have one of my inserts, I'm challenging you to use it and just share, because I just would love to see what everybody else is doing. Also, if you do not have one and want to participate in the challenge, you will find my Etsy shop down below where you can purchase your own insert. I've got, as of right now, I have 2 different ones. I have my volume 1 and volume 2. So if you're interested, the link will be down below, and the shipping is super quick, especially if you are here in the States. I always typically ship within 24 to 48 hours, depending on what time of the week it is. And the shipping is pretty quick. It's pretty quick in the States right now. So if you're in the States, then you can get it pretty quickly and still try to do May or maybe even June. So anyway, shameless plug over with. I really want to do another insert. I've had several people ask if I am going to be doing another one, but I cannot justify putting my time and money into doing another insert until everything else sells out. And I would love to do it. I just can't justify the cost when I still have inventory here. So if you're interested, definitely consider grabbing an insert down below, especially if you've just not got it in you to decorate your journals right now. The pages are already pre-decorated and a lot of fun. So anyway, moving on. I decided for the first layout to do greens and tans, and for the second layout to try to lean more towards like reds, because a lot of Shelley's themes work in color stories, and I really had a lot of success working in the color story area, and I like the way the pages turn out. So I'm just looking through my past pages to see where in the notebook I need to work, and like what part of the page I want to add my embellishments and my clusters and stuff. So yeah, anyway, I hope everybody is doing well. I hope everybody is coping. I hope that you all have everything that you need and that you are safe and happy and doing well. I feel like the world wants to move on and get back to normal, but everybody is scared to like commit to the idea of just going back to normal, which rightfully so. The fear, is obviously justified. But I think we've learned a lot in the last 3 months about this virus and how to combat it and ways to protect ourselves against it, that I think maybe people are ready to get back to normal. So let me know how you are feeling, what your opinion is, if you've had any interesting experiences in the last week or so when it comes to this new world that we're living in. I would just love to hear your stories. I just love the comments. I really do. I hate that I can't sit down and just have a conversation with all of you, but getting your little comments is just really important and special to me. So I do really enjoy that. Other than that, everything is going pretty well. Cullen is now in a big boy bed. We converted his crib into like a toddler bed, and so yeah, today was the first day, and it took me an hour to get him to commit to just going to sleep in his bed, and even then he fell asleep on the floor by the door, and I just had to pick him up and put him in his bed. He's been doing that for the past week or so, probably longer, just crawling out of his crib and falling asleep on the floor, which obviously we don't want our baby to sleep on the floor. We want him to sleep in his bed where he can be comfortable. I don't know. It's always different. Every kid is different. I feel like Hunter had a difficult time, but we had a hardwood floor, so he wasn't super interested in sleeping on the cold hardwood floors. And Emmett, gosh, I don't even remember that time, but I'm sure we struggled a little bit too. I'm pretty sure he probably just crawled into the bed with Hunter and just slept with him until he figured out that he wanted his own space. Those poor boys have shared a room since 2015, so yeah. Anyway, I like the way this layout is turning out. It's covering up a lot of the paper, which is okay. I guess I'm just gonna have to write a little bit smaller than I normally would, but I just felt like I really wanted to use these supplies and didn't feel like making them much smaller, and so yeah. Anyway, these washi tapes is so funny. I was on the phone when I was doing this, and I was pulling these washi tapes like, I've never seen these. How have I never seen these? And it just like, justified my decision to challenge myself to use this box, because I've had this box for what feels like almost a year now, and I still had no idea what washi tapes that I had on that roll. So yeah, I was happy with my decision to commit myself to using these supplies. And I know I will, but I hope that I continue more vigorously to pull from that box and actually use this stuff in there, because it is so nice and it's so dainty, and I don't know. I hope I stay committed to the focus of loving those supplies and using them in the future. So what else is going on in the world with you guys? Are you cooking anything new? Are you starting a new hobby? Have you learned something that you didn't know before? I bought a crock pot. If you were listening to my videos previously, you will have known that I had a hiccup with my Instant Pot. So I bought a crock pot this weekend and I made a roast and it was delicious and I was happy, and I can hear Colin is awake, so good thing this video is nearly done. I hope that you have enjoyed it. I hope that you're doing well, and if you have any questions, like always, feel free to leave them down below. If you are not a subscriber, I would encourage you to do so, because I upload twice a week and sometimes 3 times a week. So there's plenty of content to go around over here. And if you have any requests for anything you would like to see, or you want me to share anything, please let me know down below. I'm gonna go before he beats that door down. I'm gonna bring it in a little bit closer, and then Callie is gonna have another sweet cameo so you guys can see her cute little nose and give her a cute little boop. And that's gonna be it for me. Thank you so much for hanging out with me. I hope you guys have a great day. Bye!